So by playing Tissaia here, the patience of all our cards is going to increase. Which also means that our Adept is still going to tick along nicely. This now means Leticia is giving patience 8, guys. Increasing. What the flipping heck is that? Now, NR, in my opinion, is the weakest. But...
Don't mind me. Nothing to see.
But... doesn't mean we can't build a good deck. I'm trying Inspired Zeal out. All the new cards in the deck. We've got 2 Practice Makes Perfect. We don't want them for round 1 though. They're round 2 cards. Double Envoy's kind of excessive. Hand seems pretty good. Maybe too good. Let's keep it.
So, shall we warm up with a fire spell?
Oh, unfortunately, we're not on the board, right? I'll change my settings to just be on our board. Yeah, Foltest is now 5 power. Which I definitely think is going to go some way, but could have maybe been more. Now, this is one thing we're lacking, right? Boiling oils. I've also just ditched the ballistas from the deck. We do have Anséis, Seltkirk. Let's just develop our carryover cards first. I'm also playing double Aretuza Adept now. Now that students have patience, I've gone for the Adepts. Now I've also like sort of doubled down a bit by playing Istredd as well as Gerhart, right? Who's invest a few provisions for the Istredd. Now we can kill the sentry. Kind of tempting to go for Leticia, no? To some extent. Try and just improve the Ban Ard Student carryover. So let's go for it.
No one is born a mage. The vast majority lack.
We're not going to have that many cards to buff, but we could, in theory, go for Tissaia, right? This round, in round 1, because she's like a lot of carryover because of Leticia, maybe. Could work. Bit of a shame that I'm on 2 rows already. I have casting contest as well, though, right? So I think we kill Sentry here. Now I think I'd like to leave my Leticia like 1 more tick, but they did just play a Rebuke. So I should probably click this. Which means my patience on my Ban Ard Student goes up 2. Maybe I could have played Gerhart, right? I could have played the Gerhart, but this gives me the 5 removal. I can cast in contest. Now I've got more removal, 6. You see why I'm playing the casting contest with Leticia. Look at that. Forcing my opponent out the round. And we got to continue the Ban Ard Student ticking along. The Anséis was expensive. Maybe I didn't need to go for it. I could have gone for an Envoy. Yeah, Shield Wall's definitely an option, but the Zeal, mate, with like this Ban Ard Student from the graveyard is pretty filthy here. Envoy can go. Find our Assault. The hand is just very stacked here, I have to say. I'm going to keep it. I'm going to keep the hand. We're going to start off with the Student.
How did I fare, Mistress Leticia? Well this time.
Oh, mate, I'm excited for the NR deck. I do think this leader's not something I tested either. When I tried this, I was trying a variety of different leaders. Darren Megascope is something as well that I tried. But this Devotion take with the Marines, obviously getting Seltkirk and Anséis, just that little bit of control. Fitting in the Hubert, and obviously the Adepts can just be crazy. You saw how good the casting contest was in round 1 as well. Yeah, I definitely need to fix that with the student situation. They just give up. They just forfeit, guys. They didn't want it from the NR. We stay undefeated with NR. 100% win record in Pro Ladder with NR. Let's go, man. Before I would end the stream early to get YouTube uploads out, but I think I'm just going to stream all day today.
High time to pay the piper.
Okay, here's the board. For the first time. I have double Adept. We have an Envoy. We have double Ban Ard. Casting contest. I think I can ditch the Envoy, to be honest. The Marine can go.
So, shall we warm up with a fire spell?
Yo, silly dog, thank you so much for the sub, mate. Much love. 4 months.
Let's go.
Yes, I have seen it actually. Alright, they use a leader charge already. Controversial. I'm going to go for my second Ban Ard Student here. Obviously, Kerack could be an approach. But we've now got the option to play our students as well. And to be fair, the fact they're committing to the round means I'm kind of just not scared to go for my assault already.
A superb specimen, truly.
Again, this is carryover if I do res.
So soon.
So Shani, I'm realistically only getting 1 res with. Necromancy not an option because I'm playing Devotion. No, my Natalis is going to hit Assault, right? Wait, my Natalis is bricked. I forgot to put a... Oh dear. So this is maybe supposed to be a Winch. Maybe play a single Winch. Oh wow. That's a bit of a high roll. But they get baited to float it. We do have the answer. A good catch on Natalis. This is likely to be a Winch, and you just play 1 practice makes perfect, right? It was supposed to, I remember when I was in the deck builder last night, it was supposed to be that. I just put 2 practice makes perfect in, because obviously it's a new card. I got excited at the potential. But for instance, if we have practice makes perfect here, we could put this Ban Ard Student away, right? Which is actually pretty sick. And then we'd play another mage, which in this case would just be the Aretuza Student, or the mage itself that we put away. But look, here we go with the Adept. 2 points per turn. This is the card lots of people are forgetting about that NR has. That's really bloody good. Happy days. So obviously a lot of these cards really good with Tissaia as well. But realistically, most things are getting locked. We just go for it. So we mulligan Assault. And we've got John into Assault. Remedy on Student is quite scary, yeah. So we draw practice makes perfect, which is definitely tempting. I think we maybe ditch a PP magic. And this is a really nice find actually. Having said that, practice makes perfect. Yeah, so practice makes perfect. It's actually just going to put back the card that... This is going to be doomed, unfortunately, right off Shani. We just start off here with...
How did I fare, Mistress Leticia? Well this time, yes?
Yeah, it's boosted by the number of allied units we play with patience. So Gerhart and Leticia will make this more.
I despise Dimeritium.
Alright. So we're going to go for the Shani here.
7 limbs, blood, and
5 removal. This is why we're using the Zeal leader, as well as the Seltkirk. Just that bit of removal, mate. Obviously, we've got the casting contest on this card too. We've got the Adept as well.
Everyone has their secrets. Everyone.
So Shani gets locked. Now, the question here, I guess, is do we casting contest? Well, we can't kill this straight away. We could go Leticia. Could also go Assault. So we've got quite a lot of options here. The Adept's an option. The casting contest plays a little bit too much into Invo for my liking.
No one is born a man.
Alright, let's go for the Leticia.
Specimen, truly.
So when we click her, everything's patience is going to go up by 2. So I guess we go for the Aretuza Adept next. If this wasn't doomed, we could put it back in the deck as well, right? But we could also go for like the click on the Aretuza Student and then practice makes perfect to like replay it. But I think I have a plan. I think we go for the Adept first.
Doubt I'll ever pay off these school loans.
We greed this for an extra turn, right? Yes, we greed. We're going to click the Ban Ard Student casting contest. Like, imagine Tissaia here, guys. She would actually be nuts. This is only dealing 3 damage still, so we're still safe, right? At the end of this turn, patience value on all allied units is increased by 3 instead. So we go casting contest here, and we do this. Now this is just a really good info, right? So I think we probably just kill. We're not actually making that much use of Leticia here, to be fair. It could have been better, right? But we can cast in contest the student back, right? And we can even assault for it. It's at patience 7, guys. This is nuts. So maybe we've been underestimating these cards. Oh my god, look at this. It even eats the weather. Oh my god, the practice makes perfect value of dreams. Oh!
The day is nigh.
Oh, yes! Yes! Oh my god, NR is popping off. And it sets up our Anséis as well. We don't even have to use our leader charge. Oh, guys. And we've got Hubert. Oh my god, it's so much better than I thought it was going to be. We've been underestimating NR, guys, all along. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. If only we had a way of killing it. Oh, wait, we do. Okay. Tissaia's looking a little bit dodgy in round 3. Do we need the Zeal for anything? Nah, we can just use the Zeal here, right? For the extra point.
To a duel, I challenge thee.
Wow. We could have gone greedy and waited another turn, but look at that, we just 2-0'd the NG Gamer. Oh my god, this was filthy. This was complete filth. And NR is undefeated. Oh my god. Oh my god, guys. NR is fun as hell. Jesus. Thanks for waiting, guys. Oh, Enslave. Seems like a stinker of a matchup, I have to say. Don't think you could really have a worse matchup if you tried. But hopefully we can get away with it. Alright. Winch has got to go. We probably just kick the Assault too. Practice makes perfect. Doesn't seem like a round 1 card. We're going to start off with the Ban Ard Student. The Aretuza class. The SK deck. Yeah, I got you. We'll be playing SK quite soon too. Alright. Trying to damage my boy down. Now, we could heal this up with Assault. Or we could just play like another student. Kind of inclined to just go for more patience, actually.
Folks say you live like princesses.
I guess they can amnesty this. Aye. Amnesty's quite scary, huh? Ku's fine.
A superb
I don't mind Ku as
specimen.
much.
Truly.
So, shall we warm up with a fire spell?
Start getting some value on my Adept. I think this matchup's going to be a real struggle from start to finish. Oh my god. Okay, this is going to be a stinker of a matchup. They've even got remedies. Bloody hell, guys. This is already at patience 3. Jeez Louise.
We didn't come here to build sandcastles.
Oh, we can try. I think my resistance may be somewhat futile though. Alright, they go for the lot first. It's kind of good for us. I'm thinking we need to bloody kill these, mate, to be honest.
Have you no honor? Stand and fight!
Opportunity to click our Istredd seems pretty good. But our hand's pretty gold heavy. I'm not even sure it's worth doing. Cool. I mean, seems like a very odd pass. Like, I know you get the Anséis from me, but it didn't seem like a big commitment for me. Like, winning the round is not the most important. So we didn't commit John. We did get a little bit of carryover. And the hand is looking quite strong. The Envoy goes every time. Yeah, double practice makes perfect. It's probably where this is going to be awkward. We have 3 mages in the deck at the moment. And most of them are pretty low on patience. So obviously we can res this student with Shani. We definitely needed to win round 1 and push here. Fairly sure we go for the damage.
You've met your match, puppet.
Again, double practice makes perfect, seeming very awkward here. Again, a little bit of a weak start from our opponent, though, I would say. It's a shame you can't use practice makes perfect on anything. Like, I can't use it on an informant, for example. That would be pretty cool if you could, but alas. So what I could do here is I could play Leticia. Just click her straight away, right? Problem is, Tissaia is only the cards that the orders are used at the end of your turn, right? The same turn, so a bit awkward. This is where obviously we would like to have some removal, but this isn't exactly a massive threat for us. I think we just...
With dignity. Gestures smooth yet restrained.
Honestly, I feel like I'm supposed to just use her here. She's probably going to get stolen or something, or locked, but... That is life, I guess. Feels like you have to take a few risks with this one. This is the problem with Tissaia, right? This is more an issue of Tissaia than anything else. Like, I wanted to just use this as a Zeal, right? But it just doesn't really work out like that. You're not really rewarded for doing so. Also, I'm going to be shuffling back a doomed card, which feels a little bit janky.
Sure, be glad to. We need sleep.
And I want to boost this card too, right? Like, it just all feels a little bit dodge. Boost the Shani so that she's not going to get, like, cooed or whatever. Alright, that's not ideal either, but unless they click, we get the pass. They should just go for it here, I'm fairly sure. But they don't, so we pass. This just seems like a really easy pass for her. I don't know why they wouldn't go for it here. Again, you couldn't really find a worse matchup, but you can definitely see the issue. Oh my god, the issues that I'm talking about with the new cards, right? Like Tissaia and Practice Makes Perfect. Student and Leticia just seem good, but these two cards seem very dodgy. Like, the Practice Makes Perfect we played in the first game was great, but how often is that realistically going to happen? Not very often, I think, to be fair. Definitely just seems like a one-off card. Tops. Wouldn't ever go more than one off. So it's a shame we missed the Seltkirk. At least we didn't brick the Hubert. Is our Hubert going to be thinned? It should be fine, right? Shouldn't be too much of an issue. We're going to have to go Assault here. Our casting contest also just looking really bloody dodgy, actually. But we're up against Enslave, where like my Ban Ard Students got stolen. It is what it is. We have Marine actually, of course, for casting contest. So we're gonna not be doing too much of our Adept either. I guess we'll just play it early. Alright, Ballista comes in. So we can actually go Practice Makes Perfect off Gerhart as well, right? Just going to buff by 5 and we'll play a Student. Or we could replay the same thing. So maybe we go for that. But also we want to float the Gerhart for Tissaia, right? I guess we could re-enable it with Viraxas. But if we do go for it, then this could also be something. I think we just do this, mate, to be honest. Gonna try and greed the Gerhart, I think. We're gonna want to Viraxas the Seltkirk, I do believe. I think it's not worth Tissaia, basically, but we're gonna use her. It's patch day, right? It's got to be done. Right, let's go casting contest. Buff the Seltkirk before we duel the Shani. Invo's already gone, of course. Bribery quite scary. Gerhart, hopefully I don't go for the float, because we are going to struggle to deal with it. Shani has to go because Ban Ard Student. And I guess she doesn't because of the Zeal situation. Obviously if they just use the Gerhart, job done either way. Let's be fair though, and clear, there isn't really a worse matchup for us.
Victory is mine, whatever the cost.
I shall teach them a lesson they will not forget.
And we're doing bloody well, guys. It's going to come down to, is Tissaia going to be popping off? And, I mean, look at her, guys. Right now, she's playing for 6 points. She's essentially forcing us to play our Gerhart next. She's pretty bad, right? I think, if we're completely honest, Tissaia is the worst card. We have to float the Gerhart, which feels terrible. I don't want to do this. But I have to. Otherwise, my Tissaia is a 6-point card. It gives us the point on our Adept as well, but will he survive? It feels terrible. We have to... Yeah, I mean, look at this, right? This is just Tissaia's fault. Tissaia is absolutely to blame. And this is unfortunately what's going to happen. Even in a deck with this many patience cards, Tissaia is going to play like this too often. Which is why this card is bad. Amnesty comes in. We're 11 points down. The casting contest plays for 9. Tissaia costs us the game. And that, guys, is why Tissaia is a really crap card. Just costing us the game completely. In a game where we're winning, she's great. And in a game where it's close, she plays for 6 for 12. She literally just costs us the game. She's got to go blood. I think she's the worst card from the expansion, right? So bad. I get it. Like, you want to play so many 5s in this deck. But come on. 2 4 provisions. What the hell? What is that all about? Alright. Practice makes perfect can go. The Winch can go. We can probably just ditch Assault as well as we already have. John Boy. We'll just start off with a Patience card without committing Assault. So we probably just go for the Student. But we could also, if we want to prioritize damage, we can go for the other Student first, right? But I think because it requires Assault, we just go for this one.
So soon.
Alert to arms!
Ooh, interesting. I don't really want to commit my Assault, I have to say.
No horse, I said. Wanted the exercise, I said.
So this is a little bit of a greedier approach, but knowing Foltest was coming and I have the answer.
Kneel before your king and I shall show you mercy. Aye, aye, sir.
Stand and fight.
Just play for carryover in it. Shani on top. So we could go for Istredd, or we go for Merlin. Kind of like the
Break
Istredd.
something and I'll break something too. I'll break you.
Another bit of carryover here. Again, if we can hold on to our Assault, it will be very bloody nice. So, oh, our friends also got the same idea as us. So if we can put Merlin on top, I could actually draw it with Istredd, which seems probably like it's worth it, right? I just use my Istredd to draw Merlin. I could go for an Adept first, off Assault. But I think I just want to do this, honestly. So if I ditch, the practice makes perfect, and a casting contest. Let's do that.
You've met your match, puppet.
Still got Assault, casting contest as well. Quite a lot of points. Obviously we could commit Tissaia as well. The fact we've clicked our Istredd means that Tissaia isn't going to work this round for us.
How did I fare, Mistress Leticia? Well this time, yes?
But this is also like why you would rather start with a Ban Ard Student. Like I could answer my opponent's Ban Ard Student, which they're getting close to being able to do on ours, isn't it? We just go Assault of our own, but we go for the Adept.
As you wish, my lady.
Ticking for 2 points per turn. Our opponent's Ban Ard Student is getting close to dangerous range, but we've got Inspired Zeal as well, right? They're pincer. Again, I've thought about this deck quite a bit. Okay, that's pretty bad for us, the oil. We ain't passing though. We take the Anséis. Obviously Leticia was tempting too, but we can Assault for her. So I'm fairly sure we just boost. Plus casting contest to And we probably just boost again. And that'll be us done here. They have 3 engines on the board, so they're just not likely to pass. But I'm not really scared of them, to be honest. We just used the Istredd to get a little bit of carryover on our Ban Ard Student. Wasn't the best play in the end, but it ate a boiling oil, which could have hit the student, the other student, right? So it's fine. And again, Tissaia just standing out like a bit of a sore thumb at being very awkward. It's quite a lot of points they need. We've got a lot of carryover in terms of having good top decks and a good hand, right? We have Assault, Anséis top decks. Hubert as well is very close. Their Hubert might be thin. They might not even be playing Hubert in fairness. Alright, 7 points to the good still. That's a leader charge gone. Casting contest, that's going to get them there. So they have 6 on the Ban Ard Student, 5 on this. The problem for them is I'm playing Inspired Zeal, so I can just answer this, right? Seltkirk's gone, but I have Anséis on top of my deck, and I have Viraxas, of course. So on a dry pass card, which this is not. This is the... It's not ideal. I'd rather have a worse dry pass card. Envoy would be another nice option at this point. It's not exactly loads. This card's really good though. And if they push, we're pretty happy with this hand, I think. Nice one, Negan. Enjoy.
A superb
Thanks,
specimen.
Nikki, for the follow.
Truly.
Welcome. Hi. Got that little bit of carryover from Istredd as well. Definitely does feel like a card you could cut. But I mean, if you're bothering with the patience, with Tissaia, Adepts, you just want to... It's definitely Tissaia that's the worst card, right? Bit of a shame. She's such a stinker. I feel like she should reuse the orders of all mages, not just the ones you use that turn. That's what really makes her feel like complete pants, I think. We want the Gerhart. We'll take a mulligan looking for it. Alright, fine, practice makes perfect, which is probably going to be rather pants, but keep it. Alright. So I think we open up with Shani, honestly, onto the Ban Ard Student. As much as I would like to go for the Aretuza Student, removal is king.
Severed limbs, blood, and guts.
Did you see that? Anything alive would be dead.
Hello, Hubert.
Killer spell.
So yeah, the reason I've gone for this is because my opponent's going to go for theirs as well, right? I can kill it with Anséis, and it's just not much of an issue. Yeah. I can just leave this on the board, gathering up patience. Of course, I don't need to do this, but I just get more points off the Zeal. Makes sense to go for it. It's not really any competition for the Inspired Zeal here. Okay, Adalia coming in on a student. So we need to prioritize our engines, which I'm fairly sure means Leticia's up next.
With dignity.
We have 4 removal on the Ban Ard Student now. Make it 5. Again, the only thing that's threatening is damage, right? Which this is not. We need to be a bit scared of Priscilla now. Priscilla can come in, they can boost it with the Aretuza Student, right? I think we're interested in killing Leticia, to be completely fair. Let's go for it.
We will not delay the coronation. The sooner the better.
We could obviously go for like an Adept as well off Shani here. It's an option. So if we go for the Adept, it's gonna go to 6 straight away. So it's all really, really good. But I think killing their Leticia is probably... is it worth it? Maybe it's just not. Maybe we can kill it in a minute. Let's go greedy, right? Let's go for the Adept line.
A superb
Like, this is your
specimen.
other res target, right?
I'll ever pay off these school loans.
If you go front row, back row, you still got the Adept to res. Seems pretty damn good, actually. Practice makes perfect, looking really awkward still, I have to say. Yo, DM. Yeah, mate, I'm really enjoying it, man. I must say. I'm really enjoying it, mate. Alright, looks like they're going to greed the Gerhart, which is not ideal for us. I can't actually do anything about that, unfortunately. Could be kind of game losing actually for us. Maybe I've just thrown the game slightly. Looks like I might have thrown the game slightly. Oh dear. Oh dear, guys. This seems really bad. Actually, 6 is not even good though, right? 6 is bad. So it's time for Tissaia, I guess. We click Leticia. I think we just go for one of them. Let's do this.
So, shall we warm up with a fire?
We wait one more turn, I think. Again, what is this actually doing, right? Kind of feels bad, mate, I have to say. The fact this is doomed is a bit of an issue, right? Off Shani. The practice makes perfect cards. Again, feel weird. This is what I was saying, right? The Leticia and the students feel fantastic for this deck. Tissaia and this just both feel kind of dodgy. Yeah, so you'll see with Tissaia, but you play her and then at the end of your turn, basically, so the patience will increase on all these cards. That's the good thing. But it's obviously a bit dodgy. But
Bang, kaboom. Shit, how'd that go?
they are motoring here. They are going for it. This card is just awkward here, mate. Really awkward. We have so much removal here, though. But of course, they have quite a few shields.
You've met your match.
So I guess I'm going to be using Practice Makes Perfect on this. This cannot be my last play, so this is my last play, right? So I'm just going to go bang. We kill the Gerhart. That's actually relevant, right? Killing Gerhart because of Tissaia. We're going to be able to deal 9.
I shall remain neutral.
So by playing Tissaia here, the patience of all our cards is going to increase. Which also means that our Adept is still going to tick along nicely. This now means Leticia is giving patience 8, guys. Increasing. What the flipping heck is that? Are you guys seeing this? Patience 8. She's going to increase all the cards by. Wow. Oh my god. I think they need to kill my Leticia, I would say. She's going to increase everything by patience 8. Leticia's pretty nuts. So there you go. Tissaia definitely showing her worth with Leticia. That is pretty filthy. That is what she's all about. And you can see why we're using Viraxas too. And that's a forfeit. Jeez. There's JSN as well. Obviously, pro player on BG, but I'm a pro deck builder, mate. I'm out here building decks. He just said, I just lost to Rashid. He clapped me with some Melusine deck. Yo, Heisenberg. Thank you so much for extending the sub through to September. What a guy. Love to see you, Trent. I hope you had a good stream this morning, mate. I woke up, overslept a bit and saw you were streaming. I didn't get to pop in on time. I was like, oh, Patch is here. Quick, get up. No time for a shower. No time for anything. All right, this is Winch. So we just mulligans. So we have 3... patience cards plus the Adept. Do we want the casting contest round 1? Maybe not. Maybe we do though. Maybe it's just the Marine that goes for it. Oh, look at that. That is an incredible amount of patience cards. That's pretty nuts. Assault for Leticia would be quite something. So round 1 is all about carryover, guys. They are not really going to be able to stop us, I would think, yeah. We are just going for the carryover. We're going to prioritise the Ban Ard Students. And we're hoping to maybe Shani both of these. Obviously, Shani onto the Adepts is also really bloody good. I mean, you say Spyro's deck. I really hope that people aren't net decking a deck that has 4 provision cards in it. That would be quite sad. Oh! Thank God. That's why you never turn that stuff off, mate. I would imagine that it's just people playing, you know, the new cards in groups. Okay. It's a lot of points already, guys. Like, as I said already, my gut feeling is the best faction is probably monsters. Now, I think we do need points to stay in the round, so we go for the Adept at this point. 2 points per turn, ticking along. Like, we're not actually likely to res both students, right? So playing these as carryover isn't really what we're doing it for. We're more playing it as an engine. I definitely don't want to pass just yet, though. I mean, we could go for the Envoy and hold on to these. Maybe front row Envoy. Alright, that's what we're looking for with the Envoy. I think we have to prioritize Shani, but maybe Gerhart's just as good. Let's go for the Shani, mate. And this is probably just going to have to be our pass, but we've managed to get our Ban Ard Students. Shani going as well. You can see why I've gone for the double Envoy. I love Envoys. And look at that. That's a lot of points. We're already 40 points down, everybody. And they've not really committed that much, to be completely honest with you. Jeez Louise. Yeah, my gut feeling is Monsters is going to be the OP faction.
A superb specimen, truly.
You'll have noticed when I did my tier list yesterday, I put a lot of monsters in at high scores. Alright, I guess we ditch the Envoy and just believe in Heart of... Nice! Big find. Yeah, selfie is kind of ridiculous, right? Works like a lava. You can obviously gank Yan as well. They didn't actually set up too well for the Mamuna. Igni in every deck. True, it's an option. It's an option. So if we... Is there any, like, cards we could use in NR to punish these kinds of things? Stick to Devotion? Not really. I'd say Seltkirk goes some way of doing it. Baron, I guess. Gerhart, probably actually one of the biggest answers, right? You can Gerhart for, like, Invo and stuff. Alright, here we go. Yeah, Salamander as well, true. So our opponent not messing around, starting off with a Griffin. I think we're just going to start off with a nice Aretuza Student here. Obviously, we've not used Assault yet. We're expecting a Gurney player to try and bleed us, so we save our Assault, so we've got it for round 3 as well now. And as soon as there's engines to deal with is when we hit them with the... whatever it's called, the Shani, right? But for the moment, we don't need it, so we go for the Adept. 1 point per turn. I guess we could just go for the Student too, right? Then we go for the Adept. Mate, I love this deck already, man. It definitely does feel like you're going to struggle against things like Drill, etc. But getting the Anséis Seltkirk in does give you that little bit of control, especially with Viraxas, also the Ban Ard Students. You do actually have a decent amount of control on this one. Casting contest too. I don't think we should underestimate it. Alright, let's go for probably Assault for a Adept. Oh, we don't actually have Assault for an Adept. Because my thinking is I want to go... I guess I could go Assault for Seltkirk. It kind of seems a bit dodgy. But I want to get Engine going, right?
As you wish,
An Engine going, yep. This just seems like a cheap way of doing it. I could go Assault for Seltkirk if they were to pass, which I doubt they will. But this is just my best engine at this point in the game. Again. Leticia maybe off Assault would be good. Okay, that's pretty sad. Bloody hell. That's really sad. The matchup which Tissaia is smurfing most in is countered. But yeah, Mamuna no joke here either. Let's be fair, that's pretty good. We have 5 removal with our students, so we're going to have to answer this respectfully with an Anséis. Well, if you play Anséis in the back row, you basically get an extra point off your leader, right? Because you get the back row formation. So I'm getting a 3-point leader charge here. I want to leave my students on the board because they're making my Adept tick. Alright. I wonder if we're supposed to go assault for Leticia here. Feels like we might be, actually. And then we go Shani.
Has yet to speak its last.
If needed.
Spells are a serious matter to be undertaken proudly with grace.
But this is just turning into an incredible amount of points with Leticia ticking along. So we can just take it with a click of Leticia. Improving our carryover if we do go for the students, right? And then a casting contest too. I guess I could have killed this, right? Maybe this was just bad not to kill the carryover, but alas. Not sure if I played that perfectly, but we have a very good hand. Again, the problem is I have like 7 points of carryover on my student. I probably shouldn't have gone assault for Leticia, right? I feel like that was maybe a mistake. She was probably worth trying to top deck, but I mean, we top deck really bloody well anyway, so we can't really complain too much. Alright, it's time to start greeding cards. We have Assault for either Marine or Istredd. We have Shani. Probably going to want... Do we want points or damage is going to be the question. Could also greed the Gerhart.
The life of a source isn't a bed of roses, I tell you.
Yeah, my regret is maybe going Assault for Leticia. I wish I went Assault for Istredd instead, I think. Now, I don't think the removal is super relevant. Is there anything I have to remove? I guess there is. Things like Witch Apprentices still. But I have the Seltkirk. So I think actually the points are going to be more relevant here.
Severed limbs, blood, and guts.
Do they have 4 damage? I don't think they have 4 damage.
Not I.
Mamuna doesn't do it. The new other gold is Gurney, which doesn't do it. Self-Eater doesn't do it. Nothing I can think of that they have damage. No reason to have damage, right?
Victory is mine.
Just keep greeding. So a lot of points we have here. I guess the crone would do it. It's not wrong. 4 damage on the crone as it stands. Alright, here's the Bloody Mistress. This is, I guess, what we could have done with removal for, but I do have Seltkirk. I do have the Seltkirk, and obviously I've been greeding the Gerhart. So it's time for Seltkirk. Yes, time for Seltkirk.
Stand and fight, cowards!
Alright. Jeez, that's a lot of flipping. Oh my god, this is kind of OP, mate. So we replay our Viraxas. Or do we want... Wait, they forfeit? What? Ah, what the hell? Why do they forfeit? What? Mate, come on, you're ruining my YouTube content, bro. Bruv, why would you do that? You're ruining my YouTube content, mate. Alright, more monsters. Perfect for our deck with Tissaia. Nah, it wasn't a disconnect. It was a forfeit. You would see, like, more lag, basically, if it was a disconnect. I have double casting contest in hand. Do we need double casting contest? Ah, it's alright. We've got the Marine. What am I really looking for? What am I hoping to achieve with this mulligan? It's the question we have to ask ourselves. We're probably not winning round 1, so cycling the deck makes sense. That's not ideal. But yeah, I don't think we're winning round 1 anyway. We're just going to play the Ban Ard Student. We're going to play other student too, probably.
So, should we warm up with a fire spell?
A superb specimen.
You've got lots of options. Oh yeah, we could play Istredd round 1 too. It's an interesting idea.
How did I fare, Mistress Leticia?
Start off with, we're just going to do this.
Yes?
Get that bit of patience carry over. We do want to stay in this round for like a bit of time.
A witch's best friend is a pig.
Yeah, I'm just going to play the Marine.
A superb specimen.
Sod it. Maybe I should have just gone for the Istredd. It is a carryover play ultimately, right?
Studied my whole life through. Yeah, here I am digging ditches.
Probably still take the casting contest, shuffle the Hubert away. I don't think they've forced us out just yet. Alright. Very nice top decks. The card I was going to play was casting contest, if I'm honest. So I guess I ditched Leticia.
A superb specimen, truly.
She's chilling at 4 damage. We could maybe take a risky pass here. But we have to respect. I've got 9 points, basically, though. Istredd, couple points to carryover, pretty nice. He's still the card that feels cuttable, but I think you just want to go for him. With the fact that you're playing the Adepts, also like the Tissaia, and the Leticia too. He does feel a little bit weak, though. Probably the weakest of the Patience cards, not including Tissaia and Practice Makes Perfect.
A superb specimen, truly.
Blueberries, blueberries. For the lady of the woods.
Alright. So, yeah, again, we find it's very difficult to deal with this, but we managed to stay in the round for as long as possible to get 6 instant removal on Ban Ard Student off of Shani, which is really, really good. Got the Marine as a backup option off Shani as well. Still have both Adepts. Practice Makes Perfect, not bad. Marine's good. I mean, what I'm noticing is all the cards in this deck feel pretty bloody good. The Winch even too, but I'm going to ditch it. Maybe I could have ditched the Practice Makes Perfect, to be fair. Seven is the key, it kills Gurney. Right, but I can play it early as well, right? I can have it on the board ready to go. They just pass. Curious. Obviously not wanting to push into Assault, but you're giving me an undisputed round with Tissaia. This is where she should pop off, guys. I don't see how we could lose, to be completely honest. Need to be careful that my Gerhart doesn't go to like Patience 72 though. That would be an issue. Aren't we just going to smurf on them here, guys? I think we are. Spoiler alert. The Winch is good. The Envoy's bad. Seltkirk's great. Never found Anséis, Leticia. This is obviously where Istredd would have been good in round 3 as well. I did Mulligan Leticia. So we missed out on Anséis, which is a bit devastating. In terms of mages, we're likely to get the Adepts out with Practice Makes Perfect, which could be pretty good. I guess we just start off with Shani, no? I doubt they have much in the way of removal. They played 1 Crone. They can deal 4 damage with a Crone, right? So we don't actually want to play this straight away. Therefore, we should play another Patience card that doesn't die to a Crone. We could go for the Gerhart Greed. I think most likely it's just another Ban Ard Student, though, right? Maybe this was Leticia, in fact.
Bang, kaboom.
That's it.
Shit, how'd that go?
I might have... Oh, Jesus. Made some honest mistakes here. I kind of have to go for the Shani now, no? This is actually looking quite awkward if they've got a bit of control. I guess I can put this down.
Scrub that for fuck's sake. I'm sick of these chores.
Practice Makes Perfect, yet again feeling awkward though. I have to say. I think my Istredd commitment was a mistake. Alright, this means I'm safe to play this though, at least. So while this has been a slow start, it's also a slow start for them.
You've met your match, puppet.
Again, what the hell am I using Practice Makes Perfect? Oh my god, they're actually playing control cards, guys. What the hell? This makes sense as to why they would pass. This is very sad. Gerhart, I guess. We're just hoping they don't have any more control, but I mean, looking at their deck, they probably do. They've still got to be in a rush to get Sabbath, though. I'm still continuing to greed. I have no choice. I've already invested in the concept of greed with the fact I'm playing Tissaia. I have to greed my cards. So if they have Heatwave, they have Heatwave. Man, this is so annoying! And this is what sucks about this deck. It just like... You're just hoping your opponent doesn't play any bloody cards.
Tradition
All my cards suck now. This is like basically a brick. The fuck? But in order to control our deck, they are sacrificing a lot, so we might still be fine because we do still have points elsewhere. Admittedly, most of it is in Tissaia. This, honestly, it's the practice that practice makes perfect, which is feeling the most dodgy, right? All right, let's get our Shani res.
Do you see that? Anything alive would be dead now. Killer spell.
But yeah, like we're probably going to be putting like an adept in. I want to use my casting contest anyway, right? It's just all a bit dodgy, mate. Very dodgy. This card feels pretty bad, actually. Just awkward, right? You just need like some other mages, but you just don't want to play any of the 4P mages. They kind of suck. Alright, so we can kill Phantom here, which I think we do. It's a reasonable kill. This is the problem here, right? This is literally bricked. But we win again! Doesn't matter. They had all the answers. We still win because we had the control. They were sacrificing control. I mean, look, the deck is smurfing. Let's be very clear. The deck is popping off. Is Tissaia and practice makes perfect the way to go? Maybe not. Maybe not. But the deck's really fun. I hope you guys enjoy it. Let me know in the comments what you would like to see me do with this one. But yeah. Many wins with this one, so that's very, very, very promising indeed. Certainly Leticia and the Ban Ard, the Aretuza Student, also the Adept, feeling bloody fantastic. Nice one.